Hello everyone and welcome to Chaos TV. My name is Ross and today we are going to be taking a look at the great work being done as part of the National Careers Service across the northwest of England. Today we're going to be joined by some amazing guests who are going to be explaining the breadth of service available through the National Careers Service Northwest. And we're also going to be joined by Leon Search-Kearney from the National Careers Service, who is on the Wirral and has very kindly caught up with some of the team members, stakeholders and customers of the National Careers Service Northwest on our behalf. I believe Leon is going to be joining us now. So, hello, Leon.
Hi, Ross, you okay?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
I'm very well, not too bad at all. Thank you very much for having me.
Fantastic. How is life on the Wirral today?
1st of December, and it's a very bit like my background. It's very grey outside today, but it's not too bad. Get the coat on.
Absolutely, wrap up warm. So Leon, today we are here to spread the word about the National Careers Service in the Northwest. And you have kindly caught up with a few of your colleagues from the National Careers Service Northwest, who we'll be hearing from a little bit later in the programme. How did it all go? Like, were you impressed with all the people you met?
Yeah, it was a really big eye-opener. Firstly, I want to thank Jules, who works for one of our youth charities in Cheshire. He was the cameraman, he was fantastic. But the level of service at the National Careers Service out there in the Northwest at the moment is just phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so glad it's going well. Leon, we will be catching up with you a little bit later as well, so please don't go anywhere. My co-host for the day. We will see you in a little bit. Now, if anybody has got any questions during this broadcast, you can get in contact and send us a WhatsApp message. You can do that to Chaos TV on 01872 228844. You can also send us an email at hello@thisischaos.co.uk, or if you are watching via watchchaos.tv or YouTube and you would like to leave us a comment, you will need to be signed in to do so. You can also leave comments on our Facebook streams today, and remember, if you do need subtitles, you can activate these if you are watching via watchchaos.tv, but please be sure to put who you are and where you're from, because we want to know. Also, there are other ways you can contact the National Careers Service. You can do so by visiting nationalcareers.service.gov.uk, or you can ring 0800 100 900. And we'll be reminding you of those contact details throughout this broadcast today, and you can find all the details on the ticker below. So, to kick things off today, we have an interview with Chaos TV presenter Nathan, who met with Amy Carlton, the Operations Director for the National Careers Service in the Northwest, who explained how the National Careers Service is so much more than CV writing service. Let's take a look.
So I'm here with Amy Carlton, who's the National Careers Service Operations Director. Amy, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, thank you. Good to be here.
So let's start from the beginning. What is the National Careers Service?
It's probably the best kept secret, if I'm being honest. So the National Careers Service is a service that provides careers information, advice and guidance. We help customers to make decisions on learning, training and work at all stages in an individual's career.
And this is a really exciting project that lots of people can get involved with.
Absolutely. So unlike some other services that we have, the National Careers Service is available to everybody. So age 19 and over, we are able to work with 18-year-old NEETs, and there is a web chat and email facility service for our 13 to 18-year-olds. But this really is for absolutely anybody. You don't need to be in receipt of certain benefits. You can already be working and looking to upskill, or maybe a change of direction or career. It really is for everybody.
And it kind of does what it says on the tin, National Careers Service, but specifically what support is available and how can you help people with their kind of journey into employment?
Sure. Well, it's very tailored and individualised. So we operate on a one-to-one basis. We can do some group delivery as well. We can support with things like upskilling. So as I said, if somebody's already working and wants to take the next step in their career, we can provide careers information, advice and guidance on the next steps. We forecast, so we look ahead at what's up and coming, what sectors are up and coming, and if people are aligned to those sectors with their current skill set. For people who are not working, we can support with, really important things like CVs, local labour market intelligence, which firms are recruiting, etc. There's a whole host of things that we're able to do. I think the most important bit about the National Career Service is there isn't an exhaustive list. It's really responsive.
So it's really people-centred, people-focused, and really exploring what is the best opportunities and pathways for those individuals.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
And it's not just for the people looking to get back into work. There's a lot of support available for employers as well.
Yes, we do work with employers. Again, the list isn't exhaustive as to the things that we can support with, but we can help if with things like CPD, so continued professional development for staff that are already working. Again, we can support employers with looking at the skills mix, any skills gaps, and providing some information and guidance on that. We can help with recruitment, so supporting organisations to recruit, providing feedback to unsuccessful people and information as to how they can get their application right next time. It really is a broad range that we're able to support with.
And this is a service that's available right across the country, as we've said. What are your kind of highlights or favourite bits, or like what makes this project so special and unique to be able to support people in such a broad way?
My favourite piece is the community engagement. So this isn't a traditional service that you can only access via, I don't know, for example, the job centre. We can access this as previously we've hired a bus and we've toured. We've taken it on tour. Why not? We're at shopping malls, shopping centres. We're in every community venue that you can think of. I like the fact that it is out there, it is in your local communities, and it's really accessible for everybody to engage with.
And I guess for people who might be interested in reaching out for support and information, what does a typical journey look like? Is it? I guess it can be quite varied depending on the person's needs. But what should I expect if I was to sign up today?
So typically we have people phone our national line, which I'm happy to go through. That's 0800 100 900. The call will be answered by one of our customer service advisors. They will have a conversation with you to discuss and ascertain where you're currently at, what support you think you currently need, and we'll look to book you in with an advisor. Again, we're really accessible. Face-to-face isn't for everybody, but we are out there in your local community if you need to see us. So we can look at whether you would benefit from that face-to-face appointment, on the phone, web chat, whatever your circumstances permit, we'll do that. Then you'll be seen by a careers advisor who will explore with you your plan, if you like. And we call it a careers and skills action plan. So we take your current situation or your previous experience, where you want to go, and we provide you with tailored advice and guidance and next steps of your journey.
Great. I love it. I love how much support's available and how people focused this project really is. So just remind us, how can people get in touch? How can we reach out and start an exciting new journey?
Fantastic. So yes, you phone the national booking line, which is that 0800 number, so 0800 100 900. You will have the option to press for which area you're in, so whether that's northwest or southwest, there'll be an option number, and then you'll be taken straight through to one of our National Career Service team, and we'll be there to support you in booking your review.
And this is free, doesn't cost me anything?
Absolutely free, doesn't cost a single penny, no.
Love it. Amy, thank you so much for your time today. Pleasure talking to you. And I guess the takeaway is go sign up for the National Career Service.
Absolutely. Yes. Get phoning us. Let's get you seen and support you on your next steps. Yeah. Pick up the phone.
Thanks, Amy.
Thanks.
The National Careers Service provides high-quality, free and impartial information, advice and guidance to help citizens make decisions on learning, training and work. It is available to all adults in England over the age of 13. Our universal service is primarily for citizens who need somewhere to go that can provide comprehensive careers information, advice or guidance for themselves. Additional users of our service are people who use it to support others. This includes professional careers advisors and intermediaries, such as employers, teachers, and parents. Our service is designed to enable users to self-serve as much as possible. However, some of our users need more intensive support. For self-service, our intuitive digital tools and smart use of data enable them to get a personalised service. Professional careers advisors will help provide users with additional advice and guidance specific to their personal circumstances. If you want any more information about the National Careers Service, please get in touch.
Welcome back. Now, today we want to showcase and tell our viewers all about the amazing support and services available through the National Careers Service Northwest and demystify those ideas people might have about the service. We are now going to be joined by Tracy Harmer, who is a business manager for the National Careers Service Northwest. Tracy, hello.
Hello, Ross. Hi.
Hello, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome, no problem.
I just want to start off really and give you the opportunity to tell us a bit about your background and your role within the National Careers Service.
Yes, certainly. So I've worked within the careers guidance industry for around 25 years now, and I've been with the National Careers Service for the past 11 years. So I work as a business manager, as you rightly said, at the moment in the Manchester area. And I've been doing that for the past 7 years. So I've started off as a careers advisor and worked my way up into the manager position.
Fantastic, brilliant stuff. And what would you say are some of the benefits of the National Careers Service being available in these communities?
It's definitely inclusive and easily accessible for anyone to get careers information, advice and guidance, regardless of what stage they're at in their career. We empower individuals from all backgrounds to achieve the best of their ability in relation to their ongoing learning and career opportunities. And our careers advisors are very knowledgeable about the local areas that they work within as well, in terms of where the jobs are, where the training provision is, and shortage occupation areas too.
And it really does sort of help everyone, doesn't it? So the National Careers Service, as well as helping the employee, they can also help the employers to improve the skills of the existing workforce, can't they?
That's correct, yes. I mean, we do a lot of work with employers. We help to identify, and as you rightfully say, skills gaps, and we can support with the plugging of those skills gaps, whether that could be perhaps a short, sharp, accredited course, or a longer term, higher level course. This increases the chances of staff retention and also progression for the staff within the organisation. We offer midlife career reviews to give employees the opportunity to look at what they've achieved so far within their career and what they want to achieve, because as anything through life, our personal circumstances change, and a career review gives you an opportunity to look at that and enhance that.
Yeah. And obviously today we're focusing on the Northwest in particular. So what areas of growth are there in the job market where you are?
Okay, so across the Northwest, we have sort of 4 key areas of growth at the moment. We've got IT. So we're finding that there's lots of demand for like programming, software development and sort of the business analyst kind of roles. We have healthcare, and pretty much healthcare is across the board, really. So lots of your nursing professions and the professional, such as midwifery, also to sort of like care workers as well, whether it's working within a care home or the mobile care. That's a very, very big area at the moment. Teaching, qualified and teaching assistants as well, and finance is a big area at the moment. There's a lot of demand for bookkeeping, payroll, wages clerks, that kind of work as well.
Great. It sounds like all sectors are covered there, which is fantastic. And let's talk about some of the partnerships as well. Can you tell us about those partnerships within the National Careers Service, and who have you been collaborating with in the Northwest?
Certainly, yeah. I mean, we continue to work closely with all the local authorities across the Northwest, linking in with local initiatives to support local residents. We work closely with some of the larger employers in the areas to support recruitment campaigns. So we've done a lot of work with Amazon, Virgin Media, the Manchester Airport, the Trafford Centre and Boundary Mill, to name a few, in terms of recruiting staff for them. And we've also established some really good working relationships with training providers across the Northwest as well, to add value to the good work that they do with their learners.
There's some big names there, big partnerships as well, which is fantastic. Tracy, just want to say thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing sort of all the information and work that you get up to. Is absolutely brilliant. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Ross. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye. Now, the National Careers Service provides support for a range of people, whether you are in work, facing redundancy, or just looking for a change in career. Earlier this week, I spoke to Helen, a customer who has received support from the National Careers Service Northwest. Let's hear what she had to say. The National Careers Service can help people from all walks of life to unlock their career goals, and we are pleased to introduce you to Helen Hall, who has been supported by the wonderful National Careers Service in the Northwest region. Hi, Helen.
Hello.
Hello, thank you so much for joining us today. It's brilliant to have you on here to share your story.
No, it's absolutely fine. It's a delight, really.
Brilliant stuff. So can we start off by you just sort of telling us a bit about your career and why you decided to seek advice from the National Careers Service?
I've been employed since I graduated over 20 odd years ago, and I've generally worked in the professional pest control industry. As a technician, a biologist, as a manufacturer, for a distributor. And I was just talking to a friend who commented about CVs, and you're always looking at your LinkedIn profiles and stuff like that. And I'm never anyone who actively looks for a job, but I did she did say about CVs, and my stepdaughter is updating hers at the moment because she's graduated this year. And I looked at her CV and I looked at mine and thought, this isn't right. And so I contacted National Careers Service and spoke to a lovely lady, Lisa, who looked at my CV and told me it's basically so out of date it was illegal. It had my age on it. Thankfully I had removed the picture. It had my address on it, and in all honesty, it's a CV that I'd done with the University Careers Service way back when I graduated, and I'd updated it slightly for different job roles. And it was about, I'm ashamed to say, it's probably about 4 pages long. So I had to put the font down a bit and try and make it a bit more concise. And then also she told me about the online learning. I didn't realise there was so much free online learning that you could do. Internally within the business I've just left, during lockdown, they did send emails out saying, you can go on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn have got some different learning things that you can do for free just to keep you up to date if you want to. And of course, as new software and things came on, like Teams and Zoom, we all had training sessions on how to use those, because presenting on those platforms is different to standing at the front of a lecture theatre and speaking to people. So we had those type of things, but I didn't realise the range of free training courses that were available. So I've looked at those. I've done a couple. I've shared that with my stepdaughter. She's looking at that. She's contacted the National Careers Service as well now. And even a colleague, I said to her, did you know you could do all these free courses? So, yeah, for me, it's been a really, really good experience. And also, I just think that I'm over 20 years down the line now in my career, and I haven't spoken to a careers advisor or had any input on a CV or anything for, as I say, since I graduated. So there's loads of people out there that are probably in the same situation. So yeah, it's a refreshing change, and I'm really pleased it was available. But definitely it needs to be promoted, because most people do think, oh, National Career Service, that's what you do when you leave school, isn't it? Don't you contact them then? You wouldn't dream of contacting them if you're looking for a career change.
So Helen, after receiving all that help from the National Career Service, how does that make you feel sort of looking forward to your future?
A lot more confident. I'm pleased that I've updated everything that I have, and I've shared that knowledge, as I say, with colleagues and friends now. And knowing that facility is available to anyone, because as I said before, I think a lot of people see the National Career Service as a service provider that you access when you are unemployed or recently graduated, not for a professional like myself with over 20 years experience, not out of work, currently employed. Some of my jobs I've been headhunted for. So to have an up-to-date CV and to know all the little tricks that Lisa's shown me, it's great, and it's definitely something I will keep an eye on. I'll keep checking back on those free courses to keep myself up to date. And who knows? These are the professionals. These are the people that know about what CV should contain, what's out there, and what people need.
Final question, sort of, Helen. Probably an obvious answer because you've had such a positive experience. But would you recommend the National Career Service to anyone else out there?
I already have. As I say, I've already recommended it to a couple of colleagues, to my stepdaughter, and I will continue to do so, because I feel that it is a resource that people need to know about and have access to.
Absolutely. Helen, thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing your positive story. It's really great to speak with you.
It's an absolute pleasure, and if I can help spread the word.
It's a great story, but thank you. And if anybody else out there as well would like more details on the National Career Service, you can, of course, contact via telephone. You can ring the National Career Service on 0800 100 900 or visit the website, which is nationalcareers.service.gov.uk. Now, today we want to showcase and tell our viewers about all the amazing support and services available with the National Careers Service. For example, the service being so much more than just helping with a CV. And there's a variety of support available, and it's all free. What more could you want? Mark Gibson, who works with partners across the National Careers Service Northwest region, spoke to me earlier this week and told us about some of the growth sectors in the Northwest region. The National Careers Service can help local people from all walks of life to unlock their potential and achieve their career goals. Joining us now to tell us more about the National Careers Service Northwest region, we are joined by Mark Gibson from the National Careers Service. Hello, Mark.
Hi there, how are you doing today?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for joining us. What would you say are the benefits of being a customer then of the National Careers Service?
I would say the key thing, it's to be empowered to take your own next steps on your own personal journey. So as people, we only really know what we know, and we gravitate towards that. And it does create an issue when we kind of come across the unknown or haze of what to do next. The great thing about the National Career Service is it gives you someone that's got expert advice and tools that can be in your ring to kind of help you to kind of get back on track, feel empowered, and make that next step towards employment, whichever way that might be.
I like that, especially sort of highlighting the word empowerment here. It's really sort of taking back control, isn't it, and encouraging people to really get involved. Are there any particular sectors that are looking to recruit or maybe upskill people?
So a huge one, and I think this is probably a bit of a national thing, but in the Northwest, there's so many IT and programming roles out there. There is real demand for people with software skills that are looking to get into that, along with looking at the care and healthcare sectors as well, huge at the moment. And there has been a big rise in admin and customer service required positions as well.
Right. It's really interesting to hear actually how all the different sectors, sort of which ones are really needing that support at the moment. What about people who maybe have some additional needs as well? Can the National Careers Service support with that? For example, if they need extra help, if they've got maybe a physical disability or a learning disability as well?
Yeah, so that is one of the brilliant things about National Career Service is it is open to anyone that does meet the age requirements. So they do offer additional support for people that do have a disability or a health condition. Internally, they're called progression advisors, and they have that dedicated time, experience, understanding of how to support these people to progress. And linking back to what I said earlier about kind of taking their own next steps in their own personal journey and empowering them to make the right decisions to kind of both find and remain in work, should that be their next step. So it really is about giving them that extra support, that extra kind of little bit, sometimes motivation, sometimes push, but sometimes just that knowledge of knowing what additional things are out there to support them to find and sustain an employment.
And what has the feedback been like from people in the Northwest who have been involved with the National Careers Service?
We've had some great feedback that's come through this month, just saying how helpful it has been to some of the advice that I've given them. There was a great quote, which kind of used it in what I was talking about. It's just saying it was just helpful to have someone in my corner to be able to point out the next steps on my own journey. Things like that, it really kind of hits home because, like I said before, we get lost in what we know and we struggle to kind of find help. So to have something like that where it does really kind of shine a light on someone and helps them move forward, that's really kind of when you think, yeah, we've made a huge difference to that person's life, and it's fantastic, and it's the first step for them.
And it is often, isn't it? It is just taking that first step. It can be a big thing for people to actually reach out and say, actually, I'm maybe not having as much luck by myself. I might need a little bit of extra advice.
It is a hard thing to admit when we're struggling or when we're failing, and that in itself, we're all not the best at kind of holding our hands up and going, yep, I'm struggling. But what we can do with the National Career Service, that is that extra person in your corner that knows what the labour market is. They understand what training, what support's out there. They'll help you plan that next step in your journey. And it really will make a difference to every customer that gets involved in the National Career Service, and it will help them progress towards their next steps.
Yeah, and in terms of your job role, it must be quite rewarding for you as well when you hear this sort of positive feedback and when things work out for someone. I suppose you must go home feeling quite happy as well.
Yeah, it's a lovely feeling to kind of know that you are making a difference. It's one of the reasons why I love working in this industry, because it is kind of knowing that actually you are supporting someone. And again, key thing for me, I'm from the Northwest. So every time we support someone in the Northwest, it's helping the area that I've grown up in, lived in, and want to see succeed as well. So it has all those positive impacts.
And you've said to us already there are many opportunities in the Northwest already in various different sectors. How can people find out more about the National Careers Service, specifically in the Northwest?
So, well, first of all, there's a free phone number that anyone can access, which is the 0800 100 900. But there's also the National Careers Service website, which is nationalcareers.service.gov.uk. Which has a link to all the key details that we've talked about and more on there. You can talk to an advisor online for a Teams chat, or you can drop an email as well.
Perfect stuff. Thank you, Mark, so much for joining us today and for all the work that you guys do within the National Careers Service in the Northwest. It sounds like it's really paying off. So thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Welcome back, and a big thank you to both Mark and Helen there. Now remember, if you do want to get in touch with the National Careers Service, here are all the important contact details. I'm going to remind you again, we have those contact details. You can visit the website at nationalcareers.service.gov.uk, or you can ring 0800 100 900. And of course, I will be reminding you of those contact details throughout this broadcast today, and you can find all the details on the ticker below as well. Right, it is now time to head back to the Wirral, where we are joined by Leon Search-Kearney from National Careers Service Northwest. Hello, Leon.
Hi, Ross.
Hello. Now, Leon, you spoke with a few of the team from the National Careers Service Northwest a few days ago, didn't you? So, who have we got coming up?
Yeah, absolutely. First up, we have Kevin and Natalie, who deliver the National Careers Service Northwest in Chester. Let's have a look. Today we're here with Kev, who's one of our operations directors in the Northwest delivering National Careers Service. Kev, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Leon.
Firstly, can you tell us about your background initially and your role within your organisation?
We support some of the most vulnerable young people in Cheshire, Halton, Warrington and Wirral. And we do that through a number of different projects, and they range from supporting young people who are homeless or at risk of homelessness, i.e. sofa surfing, etc. We also support young people who are not in education, employment or training. And we also try and encourage young people to live their best life, and we have a whole wraparound support package to help them do that. And what I love about the National Careers Service is the fact that their lives can be changed just like that. They phone the National Call Centre and they will get instant access to expert advice, and they'll be put through to a local advisor. And that local advisor, they're highly trained, they're good at what they do, and they will create a bespoke package for the young people that's suitable for them. They can come in when it's, at a suitable time, when it's convenient. And the reality is they've got access, because they're local, they've got access to all the latest information, whether it's apprenticeships, traineeships, volunteering opportunities, jobs, college places, university. It's all there because these opportunities are there. It's just the issue is they're all everywhere. So it can be difficult for young people to navigate. But when you're pulling it in and it's a one-stop shop and you've got the National Careers Service advisors linking in with JCPs, linking in with local authorities, with uniformed services, with the third sector, children's services, it just makes it a lot easier for the young people to access that package of support.
Main advantages of the National Careers Service, you pretty much just said a lot there, but if you can give us one off the top of your head.
Oh, well, it's just so vast. So we're supporting young people at the moment with regards to, well, what's not to like, I suppose, because you've got access to high quality, independent information, advice and guidance.
It's all free.
All free for anyone who is looking to make a decision with regards to their own learning, their own work-life balance, their own training. We're supporting young people who are maybe looking to, it could be as simple as just getting a job, and we can do that. But also people are maybe looking to change their career. We've supported young people here who are maybe something stopping them progressing in their career, and we can help them with a training, a learning outcome, and just to see that happen is brilliant. But then there's the other extreme where we can support young people who are being maybe made redundant. And everything that goes with that. It could be people moving out of area, because they're looking for opportunities elsewhere. And we can offer help with regards to resettlement, information, advice around that. Instant access to the labour markets data, so they know where they're at. So, big one for me is the fact that when they do get that outcome, they do get that job, they do get that college place, they do get that accreditation.
The light bulb moment.
The light bulb moment, that's what's going to make me go, big cheesy grin from here to here.
Fantastic. Well, look, I really appreciate your time. What you do is fantastic. And thank you very much for coming on today.
Thank you, Leon.
Cheers. Here we have Natalie, who's one of our operations directors delivering National Career Service in the Northwest. Natalie, thank you very much for your time today. Can you tell us a little bit about your role within the National Career Service?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm operational manager for the National Career Service. So I look after a team of advisors offering information, advice and guidance.
And what does a typical day look like for you and your team?
So the day would start off with contacting customers that maybe have an appointment that day and making sure that they're okay for the appointment. Appointments will happen throughout the day. They could be on a one-to-one basis, group work, whatever works best for the participants. And it could also be in community venues or on the Teams call, for example.
So it really is varied, isn't it? You offer that one-to-one support wherever they need it, whether that be within the office or home visits, etc. Fantastic. And can you tell us about the type of support that the National Career Service can offer your participants?
Yeah, sure. So it's very individualised to the person that's taking part in the appointment. It could be information, advice and guidance. It could be information on where to look for work, how to complete an application form, maybe even support with CVs as well. In addition to that, it could be if the customer wants to upskill, that we provide them with some training information on how to access that as well.
And this is all free?
All free, absolutely free.
Fantastic. And how do you think sort of learning new skills can support a person within their life?
I think initially it will give them a confidence about themselves. We're finding that a lot of people are lacking confidence before they even get into that jobs kind of looking for work arena. So with that, it could be the small steps with it. And then as the confidence grows, obviously they can then develop their skills related to the work that they're looking for.
And obviously alongside unemployed people, we do also work alongside people who are full-time employed, helping them retrain, upskill. How do you sort of tailor make it to them with sort of the range of opportunities for people who are actually in work at the moment?
Definitely consulting and networking with employers in the local area, finding out maybe where their skills gaps are and linking up employers with training providers so that they can upskill a whole workforce if need to be as well, and almost kind of developing the staff that you've got so that you can keep them in roles and building them that way.
Fantastic. Well, look, thank you very much for your time today.
No
Appreciate
problem.
it.
Thank you.
Brilliant stuff there. And remember, if you have got any questions during this broadcast, you can send a WhatsApp message to us here at Chaos TV on 01872 228844. And you can also email us on hello@thisischaos.co.uk. If you are watching today via watchchaos.tv or on YouTube and you would like to leave us a comment, you will need to be signed in to do so. And you can also leave us comments on our Facebook streams today as well. Now, Leon, thank you for staying with us today. Just like myself, you're on the screen again. You had a great chat with Kevin and Natalie there. How was that?
Yeah, they were fantastic and they were really helpful in obviously creating the content that we've got for today. But the enthusiasm from them was just brilliant, and they absolutely love the service that they're providing.
That's the thing, you can tell that they're passionate about it as well, which really helps, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I think if you've got people who are passionate and genuinely embody what they do, it makes the service just that cut above everyone else.
It really does. Okay, so let's move on. And who do we have coming up next?
Yeah, so I had a really good chat with Lisa, who's a careers advisor who works across the Liverpool City region, and also Gary Edmund Charles, who's Northwest Employer Engagement Manager, both in part of a fantastic team here in the Northwest. But we'll have a little look at the guys now.
Good afternoon, here I am with Lisa, who's one of our National Careers Service advisors, and she covers the Wirral, also Liverpool City region. Lisa, thank you very much for your time, really appreciate it. Can you tell us a little bit about your role within the National Careers Service?
Well, I give advice and guidance, but not just what you'd imagine. Well, what I'd imagine before I did this role is people straight out of school or people who need CVs. It's far from it. I go into a lot of community places, charities, drop-in centres, community pubs, community cafes, and I'm there for whatever people need. So I speak to, let's say, graduates who've got the degree, been out of work, haven't over COVID, and just feel a bit lost really because they're not doing what they want to do and it's not in their degree. So it's sort of to see how we can help them that way. Absolutely. I'll speak to somebody like tomorrow, going into a company where they're facing redundancy.
Right, okay.
So speak to people there. Speak to mums. I go in to one of the community cafes where they've got sort of after school clubs with the kids, so it's nice and warm, they can have a bit of dinner. And I'm there to help mums who've, maybe not been in work for a couple of years before the kids are born, so are lacking in confidence, don't even have a CV, don't know how to write a cover letter because they just probably haven't got the time or access to laptops. So I'm going into places where I'm wanted, and what you find is as well, you do get a sort of careers fair the other day. Someone came in to speak to me about the kid, 18-year-old kid, the dad, and when I explained what I was doing, the dad actually said to me, "Well, I'm doing such and such a job now, but I used to be this. How would I go about that?" So I ended up having an appointment with him.
Would you kind of say that's probably the beauty of the role? It can be so varied. You're working with fresh out of uni graduates, and then next minute you're dealing with people who are...
then I'm dealing with somebody who's in the 60s and just, doesn't know how... Everything's online now. Doesn't know how to switch a laptop on.
That's what you're here for.
That's what I'm here for. Again, this is when we did it at the careers fair. I had a husband, I had a wife come over, I had the whole family. So you do sort of reach
But that
everybody.
kind of does really kind of give off what the National Career Service is about. It's not just one age bracket, it really is from 18 upwards, and we do have that young.
Well, when I used to think of National Career Service, I just think of due to leave school and having that one-to-one where somebody says, right, you've got this choice or that choice. Yeah. And it's not that. And the one thing I have noticed as well, I'm speaking to a lot of people who are actually in work,
right? Okay.
Stuck in a rut. Yeah. So they're like, how do I go for that promotion? They just need a bit of confidence boost, or you need somebody to step outside themselves now, look in and go, well, actually, you've done this, 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 and this. That's what you need to shout about, and that seems to be an impartial. Sometimes you can't speak to your friends or family.
That's what's different about the National Career Service, though, because a lot of the other programmes are all centred around unemployment.
Yeah.
What you just said then, people who are actually employed who feel like they don't have any help whatsoever.
Yeah.
What you're here for.
Or you've been in a job 40 years.
Yeah.
If there is, but no, believe it or not, there are people like that. And they don't know what to do, but they don't just want to do nothing. So it's like, but I do all these questions, and we can do these sort of assessments. It comes out what career would suit you, and that's been quite a turn of focus with some people because it's stuff they've never really thought of before. And then from sort of the personality or what suits them, we'll go, well, actually, this, and this would suit you. Which one do you want me to look further into? They'll look into it. And then we'll be able to sort of find a path to get there. So it's not just, okay, you'd be good at this, go on your way. It's like, well, to do this role, you'd have to do this, maybe study this course, do this. And we put a plan together with them. So when we speak to someone, it's usually like an hour appointment.
Really?
It's everything, whatever they want to talk about. It could be like, look, I'm really struggling with writing a letter or a cold letter to this company, or I want to use transferable skills, I don't know what to do. We're just, whatever they want, we put a plan together. And I say it's everything we talk about, there's links to it so they can refer back in their own time.
Okay, so one last thing, what would you say is the most rewarding part of being an advisor in the National Career Service? What's the best thing about the job?
Just when it's face to face, it's the feedback. I mean, I go to sort of a lot of the same sort of community places week in, week out, and it's just people coming back to you, just appreciation for what you do.
Seeing in the full circle.
Absolutely. Or when you first meet somebody and they're a bit down on themselves, and I've not worked, I've not done this, and I've not done that, and you go, you just brought 3 kids up on your own. You've got a lot of transferable skills. It's just helping people believe themselves, and just having somebody who doesn't know them, who can advise them, and just convince them that they
But you're impartial. You're not
impartial.
going in with a prejudged.
Absolutely. Just put a bit of belief into people and just giving them some structure, saying, well, okay, you can do this. If we do this, 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 and this, just putting a plan so they can see it, and that's what's rewarding. That is what's rewarding. I say, it's totally different to what my preconceptions of it was until I started doing it. So.
Well, look, thank you very much for your time. You do an amazing job, and all the advisors really do a fantastic job. So I really appreciate you coming to speak to us today.
Oh, thanks, Leo.
Thank you very much, guys. Good afternoon. Here we are with Gary. Gary is one of our employer account managers at the National Careers Service. Gary, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Firstly, what is your role within the National Careers Service? Give us a background on that.
My role is I'm the Regional Employer Engagement Manager.
Okay.
I have a team of 5 employer account executives. We cover all of the Cheshire and the North West. We're up in Birkenhead, down to Osmond Port, Chester, over to Warrington, and then all towns down to Crewe.
Brilliant. And what do you enjoy most about the job?
I think what I've always enjoyed about my role, certainly with employer engagement, it's firstly the fact that I'm able to engage with employers, because I've always sort of like enjoyed the business development. I love business development. It's a chess match, you know. It's building that relationship, getting past the receptionist who's sort of like blocking your calls. You're getting past them, getting finally to speak to your point of contact, and you're just developing that relationship. And you know, as the weeks and months go past, you're learning more about that point of contact. They're learning more about you. They see how passionate you are about the job, and then they really buy into you, and then you can build a long-term relationship. So I love the business development side. I think the key to it is continuous improvement. Okay. I think that's our mantra. I mean, we've got 5 superb employer account executives who are so focused, and you know, we all share the same values. We all want to sort of like lead, inspire, and change participants' lives. We've made so much progress. Quarter upon quarter, the team have just gone from strength to strength. And if we're looking ahead to 2020 to 2023. We just want to see the team continue build on the progress that we've made, continue to make progress, and then come next year, let's get more people into work. Let's change more lives, you know.
Absolutely. I really appreciate your time today, Gary.
It's been a pleasure as always, mate.
That was Gary, who's our regional team manager for the employer accounts executives.
Welcome back, everybody, and thank you for sticking around today. We hope you are feeling enlightened and informed by what you have heard so far, all about the amazing service of the National Careers Service in the Northwest. And there is so much more to come as well, so do not go anywhere. Just a little reminder as well, if you want to contact the National Careers Service, you can visit the website by going to nationalcareers.service.gov.uk, or you can give them a ring on 0800 100 900, and you can find all the details on the ticker below as well. Now, the hospitality industry is still a sector recovering from the effects of the pandemic, and it's always looking for workers. We recently went to a job fair where they were showcasing hospitality opportunities, and we got a real insight into the range of career routeways that are available in this sector. Let's take a look.
So what do you love about hospitality and bartending?
It's the people for me. I love meeting new people. I love hearing new stories. And I think it helped me grow as a person to be able to be more talkative and be more confident in talking to people, because I actually used to be a lot more shy.
lot of people will assume that working in hospitality there is not much of a career available. However, there's loads of opportunity to build yourself a career and work your way up the ladder.
And I think people forget about hospitality, that the number of roles that are available. And as we've been doing the tours today, we've been able to look around the laundry, the admin, the maintenance. There's so much more out there.
Transferable skills are a set of skills that you've built up over time through employment, volunteering, education, and even life, that you can apply to a range of different jobs. Good examples are teamwork and communication, as well as IT skills and problem solving. It's not always easy to pick out your own skills and strengths, but you will have more transferable skills than you know. The skills assessment tools on the National Careers Service website is a great place to start when looking to understand more about your skills and strengths. You can then match these to jobs that may be of interest to you. You can look over job specifications and make a list of your past duties and achievements and the skills you've built by doing these. This will really help you to tailor your CV and also put together the strongest possible application for the job. It will also help you to bring real-life examples to your interview and really demonstrate the value that you can bring to an organisation. To find out more, search for us online. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn.
Now, as we have heard today, the National Careers Service is available right across the Northwest, and they have been collaborating with local authorities to ensure the service is rolled out across as many communities as possible. We are now going to head back over to Leon, who is hopefully still with us. Leon, are you there?
Certainly am, Ross.
There he is, can't get rid of him, eh? Now, Leon, I understand you recently attended the pledge event at Cheshire College with the National Careers Service Northwest. How was that, and who did you manage to catch up with?
Yeah, it was actually my first time at the pledge event. In previous roles, I've heard about it, but I've never actually been able to get to one. It was phenomenal. Like the amount of support and network out there for young people is great. Managed to catch up with Trevor Langston, who's part of the Cheshire and Warrington LEP, and Sarah Williams and Bart, who work alongside the National Careers Service within their roles respectively. But I'll have a little look at them now.
Trevor, first of all, thank you very much for inviting us down to the pledge event. It's been really busy today, and sort of there's been a lot going on.
Good.
From yourself, can you tell me a bit about your role within your organisation and sort of what you do on a day-to-day basis?
Okay, yeah, no problem. So I'm employed by Cheshire and Warrington Local Enterprise Partnership, and I lead a programme called the Cheshire and Warrington Pledge. And it's not rocket science, but it's about connecting businesses with young people. So we help businesses to find future talent, and we help young people to explore the local opportunities that are out there. And connected into that as part of our team of the Careers and Enterprise Company team as well. So that's what we do, and the careers fairs are examples of the kind of delivery arm of what we do.
It really, and to be fair, as we've seen today, there's a lot of opportunities for young people within the area.
Yeah.
Where do you feel National Careers Service would slot in alongside that to help you guys out?
Okay, yeah, so we're not careers officers. We don't deliver careers advice and guidance. We just connect people together. So we're about that partnership. We try to be the umbrella. So you are a key part of what sits within that umbrella. So today there will be young people who've come along who don't know where they want to go and what they want to do. So it's a chance to catch up with you guys and say, right, give me some ideas, give me some hints. And that's what we don't do, so that's great. Also, hopefully you'll have been connecting with parents and carers today. So, and they fit within your audience as well. So it's about that connectivity, really.
I think it's, again, it's one of those things where people think that it is just for unemployed. It really isn't. As you've just said then, parents and carers already working, they can get the help they need and they want from the National Careers Service. So in essence, are we the missing jigsaw piece?
Yeah, definitely. And we have what are called local hub meetings. So, and we're split into local geographies. You guys need to be at those meetings. So you'll meet with the schools, the colleges, the businesses and other partners, and you'll be part of that journey going forward to help connect things, because people don't really care who delivers it, they just want the help, and that's what we're about. We're not about celebrating who's getting the benefits, it's about bringing the partners together and making sure it's all joined up.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming today.
We met Sarah today at the amazing Pledge event, and she's just been going through the fantastic portal that these guys have got. Sarah, can you show me a little bit, or tell me a little bit about like what it does and what it can actually achieve for people?
Yeah, great. So it's called the Cheshire and Warrington Opportunities Portal, and it's a single place to go to search for jobs, apprenticeships and funded training courses in Cheshire and Warrington. There's about 20,000 jobs on there at the moment and 300 apprenticeships. Wow. And that's great for people who have got a really good idea about what they want to do. And the jobs update every 30 minutes, so it is bang on update information. If you click on a job or apprenticeship, it takes you off to the place where you want to apply for that. For people who need a little bit more support maybe, we've linked in quite well with the National Careers Service as well. Right. So on our portal we have got a specific page around Find Your Career Path, and on there there's links through to support if you want to talk to somebody, an advisor from the National Careers Service. So on each of those pages about a job role, you'll see starting salaries, average salaries, the sorts of skills that are needed, what people studied at higher education who are in those job roles, and then it pulls Cheshire and Warrington jobs and apprenticeships for that role on top of.
It's basically the go-to for anything that you would like to find, job-wise, education-wise, and as you said just then, slotting in alongside the National Careers Service, it just offers that people who don't really have the confidence to do it on their own. Yeah. We can obviously help them as well doing that.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Good afternoon, my name's Leon, I'm here from the National Careers Service. Today I'm with Bart.
Hello,
Bart,
nice to meet you.
Thanks for being here this afternoon. Bart, can you tell me about your role and your background within your organisation?
Yeah, of course. So I work for Journey First in the Cheshire West and Chester. I mentor people with all kinds of disabilities and mental health problems or addictions, everyone that was out of work for a very long time, towards employment and education, support people to get into courses.
Fantastic. So obviously Bart works for the training provider across the area, help people back into employment and education. How do you feel that our customers on the National Careers Service would be able to benefit from you guys?
If they've been referred to our site, to our service, they can get lots of different courses, such as basic IT skills, customer service, CSCS cards. We'll support people with different courses that are not just on our service. We'll refer people to different services with courses. So we'll work one-to-one. We do weekly meetings with our customers. We will look on every kind of suspect that we can support people with. If there's health issues, if there's educational skills or employments, even when people start a job and they go to employment, we don't take people out of our service. We will still work with them one-to-one. We will check if there's any progression in work, if they need any additional support or any other courses maybe to help them to gain just as much skills as they can have.
I think it's a common misconception that the National Careers Service is just a programme for the unemployed. After speaking with Bart off camera and giving him a bit of an overview of what you can help people who are actually in employment, Bart, how do you feel that the National Careers Service would be able to help you within your role and every day?
Personally, for me, they could help me with job applications, my work progressions, changing careers, with a pay rise probably, they could help me a lot. And I'm pretty sure that even if I would be changing my careers now, I would sign up to your service personally, because I know there's a very good feedback from customers coming on your support. So it's definitely helped me in the future.
Brilliant. Bart, really appreciate your time.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
for coming this afternoon.
Thank you.
My name's Leon from National Career Service, and that was Bart from one of our training providers across the area.
Thank you.
Brilliant stuff there. And I just want to say a big thank you really to everyone who has contributed today. And we hope that you feel enlightened about all the amazing support available through the National Careers Service. And to all the staff who have so much experience and knowledge of all the different opportunities in the area, whether you're looking for work, thinking of changing a career, looking to upskill or retrain, I think you'll agree there is such a breadth of support and services available to people out there, and it's been really great to highlight that today. I just want to sort of come back over to you, Leon, really, and sort of summarize our program today. Really, we've had a great show. We've showcased a lot of options available out there today, and it's been great, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's an exciting time. Obviously, we've got an opportunity to work with people, both unemployed and employed, and actually give them something that is, a really sort of high level of service. Especially in an area that does really need it. But it's been great. The people who helped out, the camera crew, everyone who got involved in the discussions, everyone seemed really upbeat and everyone was on board.
I was going to say, you've been a busy man. You've been out and about meeting a lot of people, and that's the thing. The team, there's such a team out there, and they're so passionate about what they do, aren't they?
Yeah, the patch goes far and wide. They've definitely clocked up a few miles in the car, but everyone in every little pocket of the Northwest seems to be really fighting the corner for the National Career Service, which is brilliant.
It really does. Well, Leon, thank you so much for obviously joining us today, for being my co-host, and yeah, it's been a great show. So thank you for your company.
Cheers, Ross. And Beck have got some competition anyway.
Hey, the next double act, you heard it first. I'm going to read through some comments now. We've obviously been encouraging you guys throughout the show today to get in contact with us. So a big thank you to those who have left comments across various platforms. We've got a question that's come in from David, who says, does the National Careers Service support people who are already in work and looking to change their career? And can they help with building up digital skills? I have the answer for you, David. You're in luck. The answer is yes. The National Careers Service supports people who are already employed and looking to potentially change their career as well. They can help you signpost you to various training options and providers who can provide digital skills. So all you need to do is get in touch with the National Careers Service, and they will be more than happy to discuss that further with you as well. I have another question that's come in as well. This is from Des. Now, Des says, do you need to be in receipt of benefits or with the Job Centre Plus? And the answer is that the National Careers Service is available to everyone. And that's regardless of whether you're in work or looking for work or receiving benefits. It's a universal service. So yeah, it is available to everyone. So regardless of what benefits you are on. So I hope that answers your question there, Des. And finally, another question that has just come in says, what areas do you cover, please? So the National Careers Service Northwest covers lots of different communities, and I'm going to list some of those for you now. So it includes Manchester, Chester, Burnley, Blackburn, Liverpool, Warrington, Macclesfield, Crewe, and Preston. So those are all the communities in the northwest of the UK that the National Careers Service cover. So yeah, just want to say a big thank you to everyone who has sort of been watching the stream and covering and commenting across our platforms. Thank you very much for those questions. We hope you have enjoyed today's show, and we would love to hear from you about what you have seen today. So we have some questions for you at the end here now, which we would like to ask. So to take part in these questions, all you need to do is scan the QR code beside me here. Oh, that way, there we go. And you can scan this QR code directly on your mobile. Or if you'd rather, you can go to slido.com and enter the event code 9389. That's 9389. All you do is type that number in and you will find 3 questions. And it'll be really great to get your feedback from today. So please do leave your comments. And if you do leave a comment, don't forget to leave your details if you would like to have a chat with us as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through the questions on the Slido poll for you now. So we've got 3 questions and I will go through them one by one for you. So question number 1 we would like to know is, has your understanding of the National Careers Service improved? That is, has your understanding of the National Careers Service improved? The second question we would like to know from you today is, what did you learn about the support that you can get? Hopefully you've definitely learned something from today's programme, and we want to know, what did you learn about the support? And finally, we would like to know, would you like to chat with us further about working in partnership? So that is, would you like to chat to us further about working in partnership? And obviously, if you would like to do that, just leave your details. Just leave your details, and then the National Careers Service can contact you and support you with anything else or any other queries you have. And that is basically it from us today. Just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's watched, everyone who's got involved and left a comment, and to all our customers and participants in our content throughout today's show. A big thank you. We hope you've enjoyed this broadcast, and we will be back with you very soon. Take care.